What's good? Figured I'd say a big shout out to my boy. Gotcha, man. Liked your pool, man. Really nice pool. Made me want to show mine. And, to that pool hater psychobabble, you know, lawsuits really for people making jokes on YouTube. You're a clown. Um, you're a clown. If you want to sue me for that, I guess do whichever you want to do. PRJ and P&J, whatever you want to call yourself. But yeah, we'll get into more in the video here. I guess there's quite a few YouTubers that are so happy these days over free speech, and we're gonna get into all of them.
What's good? So, from the Bullhorn Betty lawsuit all the way to over to Ickamil trying to crowdfund because he can't afford to file his own lawsuit. So now he is trying to beg his subs to help crowdfund him in a lawsuit against Ryan Upchurch and his mean words. Um, it's just crazy to me. You got this P&J guy, or what was it, PBR, P&J, whatever his name is, um, who hates people with pools and just hates on everyone. If you thinks it's crazy if you have kids that you spend $100 a week on. I mean, this guy's just not a good person. And the funny thing is, Gotcha Man's got the best point ever. Is this is someone's peepaw. This is some guy who claims to be a foster care parent, and he's busy suing people who do comedy on the internet because they say things he don't like or they support people he don't like. Um, and it's just so funny because he's doing the same exact thing he was upset with Ryan about. He slanders anyone who supports Ryan, not knowing anything about him. It's just funny that some person's people is on the internet. Now he sued a fictional character, Mike 12 Point. Yeah, it's just a crazy, crazy world in these YouTube streets that people are now suing over people saying words or talking about things that they don't like, even though, if you remember, Red Flag Ronnie or whatever, the guy that Ickamil was interviewing back when Kylie Rodney was presumed to be missing and they didn't know what happened yet, um, more or less was leading towards saying Kylie Rodney was human trafficked or, she might have OD'd. And, what about that slander? What about that slander? Remember Red Flag Ronnie talking about how his suspicions was there was a lot of hard drugs around at this party and everything. So that's no different than what Ryan did. People were speculating on what happened in this case, and that's just what happened. Did some people say things that were worse than others? Yes, but it's neither here nor there. It's just crazy to be suing people over content that they're putting out on YouTube and more or less, taking free speech and trying to make it not free. If someone says mean words about you don't like or this or that, slander is where someone who has lost financial gain because the slander, which there's no financial gain for Ecamel to be a loss or PBR because, first of all, Ecamel's crowdfunding trying to hopefully go after Ryan. PBR just took the time to file his own lawsuit and try to, he's just hoping Mike 12 Point don't go to court and he's just able to get one over. That's all this is, really. They're trying to bully people with lawsuits. That's what it amounts to. And Bullhorn Betty has done this time and time again. So, my thoughts on it are, you must not have much of a life if this is what you can spend your time.
So one more thing before we wrap this whole thing up. I caught a little glimpse of Johnny's live the other day. He was gloating, that PBR was suing 12 Point. Much respect, Mike 12 Point, for every district you got for county commissioner. But, as Johnny was all happy about that and gloating, I realized he shouted out Benny Keys in his chat, which, for those of you who are not familiar with Benny Keys, if that was the real Benny Keys, Benny Keys, from what I know, is in jail for a stalking charge that escalated from YouTube to Benny Keys actually stalking a woman online. I would have put Johnny's little clip of shouting Benny Keys out in here, but we all know he's strike happy, so he's not going to get this one. But the big goofball right here, that guy was shouting out Benny Keys, who, like I said, um, from what I know, recently had a warrant for stalking a girl in real life that he had somehow ran across on YouTube. So, yeah, man, the Gobbler supporting creeps as usual. And, these Sue Happy crybabies, this is just woke police gone wild, man. And let everybody live, man. Like, I don't get why people have to, I mean, yeah, free speech, people say mean words and people want to sue each other. Like, really, man, come on. Like, especially papaws. We got grandpas here in Ohio trying to sue YouTube creators for jokes. PBR, PNJ, whatever you are, I dare you to sue me, you coward. I'm in your state. Um, you make people look really bad that's from Ohio. That's all I can say, Mr. P&J. But yeah, Gobble, you keep supporting creeps. You've been a creep a long time. We all know this is just a crush on Ryan went wrong by you stalker creep. And Patty, you supporting this guy after your son made your family what he did. He's done everything for your family. Um, Took y'all out of poverty, and now you support one of his trolls because he caught you buying houses for your friends. Shame, shame, shame.